Hi there. It's December of 2020 and we're in the holiday season once again, and that means silly stocking stuffers sold at Walmart and other stores, including tiny cast iron pans. For the past 3 years, they've sold these cast iron pans in the shapes of characters from Star Wars, but this year they didn't produce any new pans in that series. Instead, there are 3 cast iron character pans available: Spongebob Squarepants, Hello Kitty, and this pan with the image of Spider-Man. And this was a pan I couldn't resist getting because, yes, I like Spider-Man. Who doesn't? But just as important, how good of a little cast iron pan really is this? Back in 2020, the Star Wars pans came with Skillet cookie mix that was, frankly, terrible. And now this Spider-Man skillet comes with some pancake mix, and we should see if this is any better. More importantly, let's see if this little pan can make some pancakes that look like Spider-Man. So they don't just call it a Spider-Man skillet, they call it a holiday Spider-Man skillet. I guess that's to encourage people to use it more than once during the holidays. 2020 was the last year they packaged that terrible cookie mix with these skillets, and since then they've been including a pancake mix with these pans. And the pancake mix is definitely better than the cookie mix was. Alright, here we go. No turning back now. And here is the Spider-Man cast iron pancake skillet, or holiday skillet as they call it. As you can see, it has the Marvel logo on the top for trademark reasons, of course. It's got a nice little Spidey image on it, though. And I like the round or oval shape. I would think it would make it much more easy to cook in this one than with the oddly shaped other pans that they've been doing from the Star Wars series of the last few years. It has a completely bare underside with no year marking or anything like that, so there's no indication of what year this was made. Now, if we compare this with the Darth Vader pan that they made as part of the Star Wars series over the past 3 years, we could see that this is actually pretty close to the same size as old Darth Vader here. The volume of the Darth Vader skillet, it's hard to say exactly based on this, but it looks like it might perhaps be very slightly greater than the Spider-Man skillet, just because of the way it's shaped. The handle, likewise, is maybe a little bit shorter as well. So I guess you could say they used some kind of a cost-cutting measure when designing this Spider-Man pan, in that they were able to use a little bit less iron on the pan itself. And if we compare this to a vintage cast iron skillet from the early 20th century, we can see that old Spidey here is considerably smaller. This vintage skillet by Griswold is probably about 6 inches or so in diameter, and as you can see, Spidey here at the best might be about maybe 5 inches top to bottom, maybe a little bit more, and perhaps a little less than 4 inches side to side here. The box includes instructions for seasoning the pan before cooking with it, though many people will probably skip this step, and that's fine because cast iron pans these days come with a light coating of vegetable oil on the surface to prevent the pan from rusting. This means you can use it as soon as you take it out of the box. But more importantly, these instructions aren't very good because a cast iron pan should be seasoned at a temperature higher than 350 degrees. A good way to season the pan is to put it into the oven without coating it in oil first. Heat the oven to 225 degrees and get the pan good and hot. Then, rather than using vegetable oil, I like to use a cloth and rub Crisco or shortening all over the pan. The hot pan melts the shortening instantly, so you can rub it over the pan with no difficulty at all. And after coating the pan with shortening, take a paper towel and wipe it off. You won't completely remove all the coating, but all you need is a very thin coat. Once this is done, put the pan back into the oven and heat it up to 400 degrees and let it bake in the oven for about an hour. You can turn off the oven and let the pan cool down before taking it out. And now our cast iron pan is ready for cooking. However, when I started preparing these pancakes, I discovered the instructions aren't as accurate as they should be. At least one crucial step isn't mentioned until the end, and the measurements listed here will give an okay pancake, but not a decent one. Okay, the instructions say to blend the pancake mix to 1/4 cup of low-fat milk. I hope they consider buttermilk to be low fat. 1 egg. And 1/2 tubes of vegetable oil. That's 1/2 tablespoons, which is 3 1/2 teaspoons. 2, 3. Mix well until batter is smooth. Well, it smells nice. And now at last to make some pancakes. Now, despite what the instructions say, notice we have heated this pan dry. That's because there is a good rule in general for cast iron cooking, which is based on an ancient Chinese proverb that says, hot wok, cold oil, food won't stick. What that means is you heat your pan dry, add your oil, and then you can heat up the oil for a moment or so. And that should give you a non-stick surface. I like using margarine spread on mine. I can see I better be careful here. And that's hot already. So, we need to break out the gloves. And it says we're supposed to add about 3 tablespoons or tisps of batter. That would be 1. Boy, this batter's thick. 2. 3. And then once we've added it, we spread it out. Nice of them to tell us that. Of course, it looks like this pancake is cooking already. Frankly, I think with the next pancake, I will thin out the batter a little bit. Well, they seem to be about right on the measurements. Oh, we are getting bubbles on the top. And only now does it say, flip to another warm pan. So you better read the instructions in advance before making this. Otherwise you won't realize that you need to have another pan available. And here we go. Well, it works. Sort of. Yeah, I'm definitely going to thin out this batter for the next pancake. And here is our first pancake. And because that pancake didn't seem to cook as well as I'd hoped, I mixed a little bit more milk into the batter. Yeah, this is spreading out better now. And 3. And frankly, for the next pancake, I'm going to increase the amount to about 1/4 cup of batter. In fact, I think I'll throw it in now. So that makes 4 tisps. Well, that's a little better. The shape is better at least. You can sort of see old Spidey's image. That's two. I already heated this pan hot enough to make the margarine sizzle when I put it in the pan. Yet, it seems to have barely browned the pancake. So, turn up the heat a little bit. And the last of the batter. Oh, this last pancake is rising nicely. After thinning the batter, increasing the amount, and raising the temperature, the last pancake finally looked like what we were trying to achieve. Well, the last one's not too bad. I think I just took it out before it burned, so it looks like it's actually fairly nicely browned. The first two pancakes always seem to be the test pancakes, while the third one turned out the way we wanted. And so, here are our Spider-Man pancakes. And now we get to enjoy some pancakes. The pancake mix actually gave some nice tasting pancakes, and when we top them with maple syrup, we have a breakfast that any web slinger would enjoy. And this is the Spider-Man cast iron skillet. It's a tiny little stocking stuffer that I had to order from Walmart's website because I couldn't find it in the local stores. But for what it is, it's not too bad. It has an image that looks like Spider-Man, and that should be enough to make this a little present that most kids would enjoy. But it's also a cast iron pan. And even though it's very small, it's still enough for you to be able to use to make pancakes or eggs or cookies or anything you can use a cast iron pan for. So it certainly accomplishes what it sets out to do. It's a decent stocking stuffer that your kids will certainly enjoy if they like Spider-Man. And who doesn't like Spider-Man? So yes, I would say thumbs up. Thank you for watching.